0.1% modern carbon. That seems to be a error that is quoted for carbon-14 analysis. And so I run, I assume, a plus or minus that and look at my dates and compare that to the expected the span on the tusks. And you could say that signal-to-noise ratio, and it seems to be 2 or better, especially right here in the Ice Age period. And so this is a research proposal that we're not actually buying tusks yet, but I want to make sure these numbers are going to express reality before we spend some money. So anyway, this is something that is still in the proposal stage. And if it does turn out that we can measure on the tusks of mammoths and mastodons a very strange anomaly in dates, carbon-14 versus growth rate, we got something very interesting there that helps our cause. I think that was the last slide. Yes. So anyway, my cosmology talk and then some recent research and ideas in the last few weeks.
Any questions? I've got a question.
Yes.
You said that Mount Ararat is a relatively recent volcano.
Yes.
Why are you then searching the vent to get deeper ice that might house the Ark if you don't think that the Ark is there to begin with?
Yeah. Okay, the question, in case you couldn't hear it in the back, was if Mount Ararat is a geologically recent volcano, why do any searching there? And my attitude is, why not? We got the tools, let's take a look. Maybe we can eliminate the waste of a lot of money if we can document that there is no Ark up there. Well, then you can stop looking at it. Otherwise, they're going to keep on looking forever. Now, geologically recent, that is still a very conical volcanic shape there. And over time, there'd be tremendous erosion all the way down to a volcanic neck, like Shiprock down in New Mexico. That would be the end stage of it. So yes, it is geologically fairly young. Not much erosion, just a big gash off the northeast corner, the Ahora Gorge. So yeah, why not look? Especially, well, we have this backup scientific reason of just an ice core for climate analysis. We can at least do that. Had a question back here.
Have you looked then at some of the other mountains around?
Yes, I've looked at Mount Savalon, which is just over the border into Iran, and there's no great permanent glaciers. There's some small glaciers up there, but I've looked at the ice-free regions with the QuickBird satellite, which is the best there is, 2-foot resolution. And I've looked at Damavand, which is northeast of Tehran. It's another one that looks almost like Ararat. And there's nothing there. The gash is on the east side on that one. I've looked at Solomon, and that is the one that is recorded right here. And again, I have I can see great detail there of just a few foot resolution. And of course, the Ark is not visible there either, and it's not being obscured by glaciers. So yes, it is not. I've looked on basically all the high mountain candidates that anybody is proposing, and it's not visible. The Bible doesn't say that the Ark should be found in the last days. But again, my attitude is, well, we have modern tools. Why not look? And to see what we find. Okay, right here.
What the Bible says that it landed in the mountains of Ararat, it sounds to me like it would have landed lower and making it easier for the animals and man to leave the Ark. And then as the waters receded, they had to be at least partway up.
Yeah.
Looked at other areas like that?
The Bible says that it ran aground first, and then the waters receded such that they could start to see other mountaintops, which indicates that they're pretty much close to the highest mountaintop in the region, so not farther down. For example, Durapanar is a site south of Ararat, whereby some people are thinking that there's this oval structure there in the rocks. That's very low altitude, and turns out geologically it's just a mud flow. But some people are promoting that as an arc remnant, but that would just be too low. It's way below mountaintops. Here.
You talked about, coming from a background of theistic evolution. I'm just curious, what was it that moved you from that
Yeah.
point to the younger?
Okay. As I was finishing up my PhD, I was listening to Christian radio. It was good therapy for me because I was sort of backslidden right then. Very active in the church, but anyway. I heard on the Christian radio, Chapel of the Air, John D. Jess, and he talked about this creation thing. That's new to me. I didn't like what he said, but I got a tape of that and listened to it and said, okay, well, maybe there's something there. Went to Australia for my first job and started visiting a Christian bookstore there, and there I started to see creationist literature. And the book The Genesis Flood by Whitcomb and Morris was the main one that I saw, and there it had the theology and the science side by side. Now, we found since that there's some flaws in that, but the story basically holds together. And it was that book that caused me to say, yes, they do have some valid scientific arguments, and as a scientist, I need to face them. It took me around 10 years to adjust my mind, and then I started publishing in the creation journals and being out in the open. It was in '86, the very first International Conference on Creationism in Pittsburgh was held, and I decided, let's go there and see what these creation scientists really are like on a personal level. I had, through Bible Science newsletter in the past, I had seen some articles that my attitude was that very bad science, that all faith and no brains, that they're not thinking things through properly. I didn't want to be associated with that type of writing. But at this conference, I was with Steve Austin and other guys at Caliber, and realized, yeah, I'll stick my neck out with these guys. They're very good, trustworthy scientists. And so that was my history on coming to the faith. So, yeah, since it took me a decade to adjust my mind, I don't expect anybody to make a fast transition.